All right, if you have a Summer Waves frame pool and you've got just one of these rinky-dink filters, everybody is swapping these over to Intex. So we got an Intex. Nobody's made a video of actually doing it. It's always a video of it being already done. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. And as you can see, it is running right now. Took parts out of it. It is running. It's plugged in, just this. And we're gonna go ahead, move all of that. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna unhook these, put the new stuff on it, and we're gonna see what happens. The parts that I'm using are from Lowe's, and these are sink and trap, like faucet and trap adapters. The part number is DTC215. They were $5 and some change. I paid $11 and some change for both of them. And I cranked it down. At first you're gonna think it's not the right size because it looks way too big compared to the hose itself. You just crank it all the way down and it's got a nice good seal. We're gonna go ahead and take that, put that there. The other one's gonna go right there. And we're gonna take the filter out. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we just powered it off. This is the SFX 1000 pump. Okay, so everybody can see that. And everybody's talking about taking the bottom off, cutting the notch out, turning the motor so you don't have to block the water flow, and you don't need to do any of that. If you can see down there, you probably can't because of the water reflecting and everything, but there's a piece that unscrews. So that holds the impeller. So real easy. I've never done this before. It literally just unscrews. That's the ring. We're going to toss that to the side for the moment. We're going to reach down in here. We're going to take this and see that took the rod and everything right out. That's the impeller. We're going to set that aside to not break it. We're going to pull the impeller out, and it's held in by a magnet, probably about 10 pounds of force. There it is. That's it. All of that's there. Now what I'm going to do, and it might not work, but I'm going to try it anyways, is I'm going to take the ceramic impeller rod off. I'm going to put this piece back in. Okay, and it just kind of fits in one way. You can't screw it up. I've never done this before, and it's working just fine. I'm going to take the ring, put the ring back down in there. Sorry, I'm doing it on my phone, so it keeps unfocusing. All right, that's screwed in. Now, I can see down in there, I should be able to put a filter in this, which we have a brand new filter in there. We're going to take one of these, I'm going to slap it down in there. And the whole idea is that I will have a skimmer that is working as a pre-filter, and then going into the main filter. So yes, you're using two filters at one time, but this should clean first, that should clean second, thus returning even cleaner water. So I'm gonna hand the phone off, and we're just gonna do this live, real time. So you're just gonna hold that, and we're gonna
my bad.
We're just gonna run it. Screwdriver.
I threw it over by the hose.
Okay. So if all goes as planned, I should be able to unhook this, put this on there, tighten it up without losing too much water, and then eventually we'll put that on cinder blocks. So first things first, let me clear the way of anything. So we're just going to undo these. Pretty simple, straightforward. You don't have to undo it all the way, just enough that it's loose. And then I'm going to take it off. We're going to spill water. I'm going to take this and slap it right on there. You like that? You like that? All right.
I'm going to back up.
And while I'm doing that here, I'm actually going to set this here because I can. And I'm going to hold this up because if I let this go, we're going to start losing water there, and we're going to start losing water here. So we don't want that. So I'm going to unhook this, hold it up, take that, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's cool. And then I'm gonna slap this on. So pretty easy stuff. Okay. So that's not on there tight, but I'm gonna just kind of do one of these real quick and we'll see how well that works. Yeah, actually, you know what? You hold that while you're holding the phone too. All right, so this part, you're just gonna squeeze that on there. Let's see. It's a little tight. Let's actually undo the clamp a little bit. I should have done that beforehand. There we go. So undo the clamp a little bit, lose your bit. That's how the real people do it. There we go. So with that loosened a little bit, that fit right on there, no problem. So we're gonna hold it in place. Shit. Don't know where that went.
It's on my foot.
Oh, is it? Beautiful. I really should invest in like magnetic tools, but I'm cheap. I shouldn't say I'm cheap, I'm thrifty. All right, so we're gonna just crank that on there. And I've never done this, so I'm just gonna go till it's like nice and snug. And I'll give this one a little bit more love too. Just for good measure. Okay, so that's there. Set this back here. And then I'll take this. And we're definitely going to lose some water here, but that's okay. First things first, loosen this a little bit. Cool. All right. So, I'm going to undo this one down here. This one's on a little tighter just because we were having issues with it. And we're just going to let water go because that's just how that's going to happen. So, I'm just going to let that go. Let that go. I'm not too worried about it because it's only a few gallons, so not even. Slap that on there just like that. You can hear it filling this up. That's pretty cool. All right, so, yep, seeing air bubbles are getting out there now. So it's doing its job. I'm gonna crank this down. Not so much that we break this, because I mean, these are just plastic. So what's going on right now is this thing is taking water in, and I'm gonna go ahead and think that that's enough there. So what I'm gonna do, if you wanna watch here and see if this helps at all, I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna take that out, just for the moment, just to see. Let's check this real quick and see if it actually filled up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just, so definitely are filling up because we got air pressure. There we go. So it's leaking a little bit. There we go. So that's all the air pressure out. Now, the one thing I'm gonna have to do, or well, definitely recommend somebody to do, is get yourself a ball valve so you can shut the water off. So this thing right here, you can see it's kind of flimsy, right? But it's holding. Doesn't look like it's leaking. I mean, we got water all over the place because of what we just did, but give this a couple cranks for good measure. And just remember, you don't want to like break your hoses. So everything's good. We haven't even plugged this pump in yet. Still got all the good ones on it. So for the time being, I'm going to just pull this apart. There's already a filter installed in here, so we're not going to worry about that. So I'm going to plug this in. And it should be on the off setting, is it? On the off setting right now?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see what happens here. In theory, it's going to work great. Okay, so that's on. So you hit the little reset. And I'm just going to turn this thing to on. And there we go. We're moving water. So just like that, we upgraded the SFX 1000 and turned that into the Intex 1500 gallon per hour. Definitely a noisier pump, for sure. Definitely noisier.
And it only took 10 minutes to do.
Yeah, we pretty much did it real time. So now I'm going to take this filter that's
Ew.
definitely bad. Leave that alone. Grab this one, is the one that was just in there. So let's see. Let's see how this works. I'm just going to throw that there. So you can look in here and see water's definitely coming in. It's going. The pool level's a little higher than normal, but we definitely have suction in there. So let's see. I'm going to throw this in. So that's just going to rest. And we can see, I mean, it's definitely pulling water. So fill it back up and let it do its thing. So that's that. It's looking pretty good. So now this thing moves. It's a 1500 gallon per hour pump that's rated for an actual 1,180 gallons per hour. Pool this size has a little over 9,000 gallons, so you're looking at probably a 12-hour window to get 2 full cycles, which is what you want to have on a pool like this. But all the videos that show all these extra gadgets and gizmos and all sorts of crazy shit to get this thing running, and there it is. Handful of minutes, $6 worth of parts. I'm sorry, $11 and some change worth of parts, and you're done.
And then the cost of the pump.
And the cost of the pump, which this thing was only 60 bucks, so didn't cost a whole lot. That's tight. That's tight. Everything is good to go there. Everything's good there. Awesome. And hopefully this will turn over more water than the SFX 1000 did. I mean, it's pushing, it looks like it's pushing the same amount, but it's definitely going to filter better. So, cool. Thanks.